This is the Brooklyn Borough Hall, which was the city hall of the town of Brooklyn until 1898, when Brooklyn became a part of the city of New York. The Borough Hall stands at the entrance to the most attractive part of Brooklyn, the Brooklyn Heights. Brooklyn Heights is one of the most historic neighborhoods in New York City. It was settled in the Dutch colonial era. Due to its position at the top of the hill overlooking Manhattan and Hudson Bay, Brooklyn Heights was one of the most important sites of the American Revolution. During the dramatic Battle of Brooklyn, George Washington had his headquarters and commandeered his army from Brooklyn Heights. The neighborhood of Brooklyn Heights became the America's first suburb on May 10, 1814, when Robert Fulton, an American engineer and inventor, launched his commuter boat, a steam ferry crossing East River from Manhattan to Brooklyn that could hold 200 passengers, cargo, and teams of horses, something that earlier vessels using sails and oars could not. Within just a few years, Brooklyn Heights became a fashionable neighborhood where you can still see beautiful examples from those times. Yes, these are real gas lamps. You can easily notice that many old buildings have entrances and windows that resemble horse stables. Indeed, a long time ago, these were the horse stables, and then horses were replaced with human residents, paying a lot of money to live in a formal stables. There are just one or two larger streets in Brooklyn Heights with many stores, restaurants, and outdoor cafes that on warm sunny days are packed with families of residents and tourists alike. But I guess for that you need a temperature a few degrees higher than today. Some buildings in Brooklyn Heights may remember Abraham Lincoln passing here and even George Washington. Almost every old building that you see on quiet, peaceful streets has a nice backyard. After all, it was not New York, it was a suburb of New York. While Brooklyn Heights has loads of history and a lot of beautiful houses made of wood, brick, and brownstone, there is something else why many people wish they could live here if they could only afford it. And that is the location of Brooklyn Heights, right across the East River from Manhattan, and incredible views from the Brooklyn Heights Promenade. This is the promenade. Try to guess prices of those old houses to the right of the promenade. By the way, I've heard that one of the mansions is on sale now for $40 million. To me, they don't even look that great. But then, imagine waking up in your bedroom and even without raising your head from the pillow, seeing this. And this, the Statue of Liberty. In 1883, the Brooklyn Bridge, the first bridge between Brooklyn and Manhattan, was completed, and Brooklyn Heights became even more accessible. Personally, I like parks when they are green and when it is warm. But this Brooklyn Bridge Park is beautiful even when it is covered with snow, which doesn't happen in New York very often. Can you imagine something more romantic than sitting on this bench and watching the sunset behind the Statue of Liberty and skyscrapers of Manhattan? Or ringing this very loud orange bell and scaring the neighbors and seagulls? Or having a picnic here when there is no snow? To me, it's probably even more romantic to escape noisy crowds and barbecue smoke back to the very quiet streets of this charming neighborhood of Brooklyn Heights.